Welcome back to the Metronome Madness League. We've got the Strawberry Skitties going up against the Shadow Squad, continuing round number 8 here. We have Magirna out for the Shadow Squad, and the Red Ice is on the field for the Skitties. Let's get this battle started. Magirna gonna start us off, and it's gonna go with a Charge Beam. A nice move to use. Charge Beam doing just a little bit of damage. Not a whole lot, but Magirna does get that special attack boost, making it a little bit more dangerous. So now here comes the Red Ice. It's gonna go for a Swift, not very effective. They both not able to do a whole lot of damage, but they did attack. No setup from these two teams so far to begin the battle. There goes the False Swipe. That's a pretty bad move to use. False Swipe is not gonna do a lot of damage. Red Ice gets a chance to retaliate. It's gonna go for a Poison Fang, but doesn't affect the Magirna. It's a Still type, we have to remember. And it's immune to those poison types. There goes the Quick Claw. Red Ice gets to go once again, and it's gonna go for an Acupressure. That Quick Claw coming into play. Skitty's hoping it helps it throughout the battle. There goes the Magirna now with the Bug Bite. Bug Bite doing just a little bit, chipping away at each other. It looks like Magirna is doing a bit more damage than the Red Ice, but looks like they're taking their good time to get through this fight. Tries to lower Red Ice's stats. That doesn't work, of course, because of Clear Body. Now Red Ice gets to go again with a Mega Drain. That's going to be resisted as well. Yep, that barely did any damage. Red Ice gets a little bit of HP back. 4 points, but not a whole lot. Maybe not the best move for them to use. Here comes the Magirna once again. So it goes for a Metal Burst. That's going to fail. And then Red Ice goes for the Psychic attack. Now that is going to be resisted by the Magirna. Another resisted move. Can't seem to get through Magirna's defenses. And the battle's still about even. I don't know how many turns it's been. It's been about 4 or 5, and they're still not able to do that much to each other. There goes the Mud Shot. Mud Shot does a decent amount as Red Ice tries to go on its own. This time it goes for an Ember. There's a super effective move. Not a very strong one, but does a decent amount nonetheless because it's a crit. There it goes. Critical hit. Magirna in the yellow. Good crit from the Skitties. There we go. Now the Magirna's going to go for a Crush Grip. That Crush Grip only doing a little bit. If you're enjoying the battle, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel for more Metronome Madness League, and so others can find it as well, and they can enjoy. There goes the Grass Pledge, doing a bit more damage. Magirna is reaching the end of his HP. It's got about a third left. Here comes a Confide. Of course, you can't use that. No status changing moves for this Red Ice, and the Shadow Squad hasn't gotten that together. There goes the Double Edge. That's going to be resisted. Still a decent amount. Red Ice does get that recoil, as it is on 73 HP right now. Quick Claw. Oh, it comes into effect again. Red Ice gets to move first. There it goes with the Aura Veil. Of course, that's going to fail, and that was a waste of the Quick Claw. There goes the Topsy Turvy. Going to swap around Red Ice's stat changes, although I don't think it's had any. It hasn't had any stat changes, so that did nothing. Magirna gets to go again. It's going to go for a Fury Attack this time. Fury Attack doing an okay amount. Hits twice. Only twice, though. If it hit 5 times, that would have been decent. There goes the Red Ice now. This time a Side Shock. Of course, resisted again. How many resisted moves can you throw out? Magirna very close to that danger zone. Back and forth these two Pokemon are going. My goodness. Neither one of them falling. There goes the Aromatic Mist. That's going to fail. Red Ice with a free turn. Goes for the Spit Up. Of course, he didn't stockpile anything, and that's not how that move works. Here we go. Magirna going to try and go again. This time it's going to go for a Gravity. Gravity going to keep everyone on the ground. You have to keep that in mind for future moves. There goes the Mystical Fire. That might do it. Mystical Fire, and that hits the Magirna. Super effective. It's done. Magirna is the first to go down. Shadow Squad loses their first Pokemon. It was a hard-fought battle for that Red Ice, though, as Lunala comes out onto the field for the Shadow Squad. Ooh, the Quick Claw again. That's the 3rd time this battle. Red Ice gets to attack. It's gonna go for, oh, it tried to go for Magnet Rise, but that doesn't work because of the gravity. So now it's a free turn for the Lunala as it goes for Scorching Sands. Actually, if he was able to do that Magnet Rise, the Scorching Sands wouldn't have hit. Do Quick Claw for a 4th time. Oh my goodness. That is coming in handy for the Skitties tonight. This time they go for a Psychic Fangs, as that is not going to do a whole lot. Resisted by Lunala. Yeah, it barely did any damage. So Lunala goes for the Water Spout. With a full range of HP, yeah, that does it for Regice, and it goes down finally as well. Those two Pokemon lasted a good amount of time. Now the Skitties are going to move on to their Lugia to go against the Lunala. I have paid attention to your comments and tried to make sure that the battles are as balanced as possible with each Pokemon's base stat totals. So we will come close to that in every battle. We'll see how that affects the future of this season. There goes the leafage from the Lugia. Lunala's going to use a Stab Psychic though, and that's going to be not very effective against Lugia. Of course, Lugia also has pressure, so the Shadow Squad has to look out for that, making sure they do their best to quickly get rid of the Lugia without wasting too many turns. Lugia tries to go for the Thrash. It does not work out for them, and so now Lunala gets to go for that Roar of Time. That Roar of Time, my goodness, does a good amount of damage. Lugia approaching the halfway mark. Here we go with the Defog. It's going to lower Lunala's evasiveness. Hey, it's a good time to use a one-hit KO move now with that evasiveness drop. Here we go. Lugia gets to go once again. This time it's going to go for a Rock Slide. Rock Slide, a pretty good move. Rock Slide doing a little bit of damage. Oh, it flinches the Lunala, though, giving Lugia a new turn. See if he can do the damage this turn. No, this time it goes for a Heal Bell, and that's going to fail. Lunala with the Drill Peck. Drill Peck hits hard. Lugia, it was a critical hit. Lugia on 51 HP. Here we go now. The Mega Horn coming from the Lugia. Is Mega Horn super effective? I think it might be, or is neutral. Neutral against the Lunala. Does a decent amount. Lunala going for the Solar Blade. Interesting. Okay. Solar Blade, of course, will hit the next turn. I believe it's going to be resisted. There goes the Recover. Oh, Lugia goes for the Recover. And that's definitely not what the Shadow Squad wanted to see. Because again, remember, Lugia has pressure. The longer they take, the less PP they have. Lunala's probably going to run out, and then they'll have to rely on their last Pokemon, and you don't want them to run out of PP. The Solar Blade not doing a lot of damage. Lugia looking pretty good right now as it goes for a Thunder Fang. Thunder Fang doing the damage. Flinches Lunala again. Second flinch they were able to get on it. Here we go. The Hydro Cannon. Oh, a strong move. The Hydro Cannon almost takes Lunala out. Lunala will take its berry, and it's going to raise the special defense now. Might be a bit too little, too late. There goes the Octo Lock. That, of course, going to lower Lugia's defenses. Actually, you know what? Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all, because if... Oh, the Eject Pack. Lugia's going to swap out. Oh, okay, so never mind. I was going to say the defense drop wasn't a bad idea because Lunala was going to struggle soon, but they swapped out, so now there is no defense drop for that Lugia, and Mesprit's going to come out. Here we go. The Hammer Arm coming from Lunala. That's going to be resisted. Mesprit not taking a lot of damage there. Lunala also slowing itself down there. Here we go. Blue Flare. The Blue Flare does it, and Lunala goes down. This is a tough spot for the Shadow Squad because that Lugia still got a decent amount of HP, and they're on their last Pokemon already. It's the Zapdos. Here we go. Zapdos gonna go first, and it goes for the Nuzzle. Oh, interesting. Nuzzle gonna, of course, paralyze the Mesprit, slowing it down, and also giving an opportunity for the Zapdos to have free turns when it's paralyzed. There goes the Rock Blast. That, of course, not going to do a whole lot to this Zapdos. It's a neutral hit, but it hits 4 times, combining to be a very decent amount of damage. Here we go, Zapdos. Gonna use a Calm Mind. Raising his stats up, getting ready for the next bit of the battle. Not a bad idea. Whoa, big hit. Here comes the Zapdos once again. This time it's gonna go for a fling, throwing its own item at it. That makes it super effective against the Mesprit, but still not a lot of damage done. Shift gear from Mesprit now. Changing things up just a bit. Gonna raise its speed and attack. Is it faster than the Zapdos? No, it is not. Zapdos goes for Clanging Scales. Clanging Scales doing a lot of damage. Downside is that it loses some defense there, and I don't know if that's where you want to be. There goes the guard. Oh, wait! The guard swap just basically gets rid of that. As it swaps it, Mesprit doesn't take a defense drop, though, because of the white herb it was carrying. But Zapdos now doesn't have that defense drop. I'm so confused. That's not what they wanted to use that for, but seems to have worked that way. The Sparkling Aria putting Mesprit in the red. Zapdos doing well so far, but remember, still has that Lugia to face off against. There goes the Zapdos now going for a soft boil. Oh, that's excellent. The Zapdos gonna heal itself back up, preparing for the rest of the battle. The only thing that can stop him is a struggle. Here comes Mesprit. Oh, going for the lock on, maybe planning on a big move in the next turn. Zapdos. Zapdos gonna move forward with Hex. Super effective. Mesprit knocked out. Zapdos did the job to get rid of that Mesprit. Now they have to deal with Lugia once again. Lugia still has green health. I'm not sure how much PP it has, but things are not looking good for Zapdos as that pressure is put on. Here we go, the Fury attack from the Lugia. Not doing a whole lot. Get it, they got a critical hit in there, hit 3 times. Here we go, Zapdos with the fake tears. Ooh, I don't know if you want to waste turns with this. Fake tears will lower Lugia's special defense. It could help them. It could help them take it out quicker if they focus on special moves. We'll have to see what happens. Lugia now goes for the defend order. Lugia knows all it has to do is stall out the Zapdos and they win the match. Definitely not what the Shadow Squad want. There goes the Spirit Shackle. Good move. Super effective. Lugia knocked down into the yellow. Can no longer escape, but there was nowhere for it to go. Here comes Lugia now. This time it goes for a fling. Doesn't have an item. Zapdos goes for the Brave Bird. Could be huge. Zapdos with the big hit. Lugia in the red. Will Zapdos bring the Shadow Squad back? It already has brought them back into the battle. Can they win? Here comes the Lugia. Missed. The mist taking effect, and the Zapdos goes for a jaw lock. That's super effective as well, and Lugia goes down. Somehow the Zapdos managed to claw their way back into the battle. That was a hard match for them, but my goodness, good job for the Shadow Squad and coming away with the win there. A tough match against the Skitties. If you enjoyed this battle, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more content, and so that other people can find out about the Metronome Madness League. And of course, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.